Hi guys, welcome back to study. Today we are going to cover the exception handling chapter in Python learning full course. And today let's firstly understand what is an exception, and then we will see how can we handle those exceptions and how can we raise the exceptions and many more. An exception are the program codes uh, or error you can say which will force your program to output anything which you don't want. Means it will throw an error, and that error is called exceptions here. If these exceptions will occur, it causes the current process to stop and passes it to calling process until it is not handled. If it will not be handled, then it will crash your code and whole program will be halt. And how can we handle those exceptions? For handling those exceptions, we have try and except blocks. Suppose we have try code here, and under the try block there will be some codes which may have the errors, means which may have the exceptions. If I think that those programs can throw an error or exception, then we will write those code in try block. Okay, all the things in the try block. If we think that these lines will be in some problem and it will throw an exception, then we will write in try block. And if that will throw an error, we think, then we can add that in exception also. So means if it will throw an exception, then what we will do? Okay, then it will pass here. Okay, now let me show you with the codes. Under the try block, let me print anything. Suppose I'm just printing print good morning. Okay, and under except block, let me print good night. Okay, I'm just trying here to print good morning, and if good morning will not be printed, maybe it will throw an error, then it will go to except block. Because it has no problem, then after running it, it will just print good morning. Okay, suppose I'm just printing here good morning and a. Okay, a is nothing here, so it will throw an error here, and it will throw an error, so it will go to good night. Okay, as you can see, it is printing here good night. Okay, now let me show you how can you handle the exceptions separately. Okay, you can handle any type of exceptions one by one or in the group. So let me handle this error. Firstly, let me show you what is this exception. So for letting me know what is the exceptions here occurring because of this a, so we can add here except exception as, I'm just making this exception as object e. Okay, now e is the exception which will be thrown by this try block, then we can print this e here. Okay, let me show you e. Now it will be printed here, so let me show you what will be the error here, that a is not defined. Okay, as you can see here, it is showing out name a is not defined, and that is the error occurring here. So I can handle that exception here. Now let me show you another thing. I'm just trying to print what is the result of 1 divided by 0. What will be the result? It will not be divided by 0 because it is zero division error. Okay, because we cannot divide anything by 0, then it will throw zero division error. So I'm going to handle that error only. So I will write here under the except block, except zero division error. Okay, here, and I will print here like you can't divide anything by 0. That's it. So it will print this thing if it will throw an error. So as you can see, it is showing out you can't divide anything by 0. That means I have handled here zero division error because it is coming out from here. We can also handle many things at a time. Let me show you. I'm just printing here Z. Okay, so it is printing here Z and Z is not here, so it will throw other error. Okay, but firstly it is reading that line and it will go directly to accept without checking these things. Okay, now let me comment this out and let me show you. It will throw an error because it is not handled, and this error is called here name error. Okay, now we can handle that name error with this zero division error. We can handle that error like this also. Let me show you. Firstly, under except blocks, I'm handling here name error. Name error, and under name error I'm just printing it is not in your program. Okay, so it will throw an error and print this. So let me show you. Now it is showing out it is not in your program. Okay, Z is not in my program, so it will throw an error. Now let me handle these two together. So I will just make a tuple, and under tuple I will type the things which I have to handle together. So let me make a tuple here, and now here name error and zero division error are handled at a time. Now we can remove this line, and here let me change anything like error occurred. Okay, it is just showing error occurred. Now let me run this program and you will see that both the things are handled here. As you can see, it is showing out error occurred. So both the things will be here handled. Let me show you. I'm just going to do with those two lines, then it will print once error occurred. So it is handled. We can also have the another block that is called finally block. Okay, now I can have here finally, and under finally we can write the things which can execute the program after handling try or except. It doesn't matter try block is run or except block is run. Finally will run after any of these. Okay, so let me show you. I'm just printing here congrats exceptions handled. Okay, it is just printing congrats exceptions handled. And now you can see that after printing error occurred, it will print, oh sorry, I have a problem here. Finally that will be finally. There are too many else here. Now it is finally, and after printing error occurred, it will print congrats exceptions handled. As you can see, it is printing error occurred, congrats exceptions handled. So let me do this with try block. Let me print here. Suppose I'm just printing table okay, that's it, table, and after this I'm just going to print something for I in the range 1 to 11, print 2 into I. Okay, I'm just going to print anything. Now it has no error as I see. Let me see, maybe it has some errors. So let me go here, and now as you can see, it is printing table 2 4, means it is the table of 2, and after that it is printing congrats exceptions handle. Okay, now as you can see, it is running with the try block or with the except block, doesn't matter which is running, but after running that finally is now here. We can have also another block, and that block is called else block, and else block will be just after except block. Okay, if you have many exceptions with except, so we can do in the same way, and after all the except blocks, else block will be here, and finally will be in the last. So I will have here else block, and that else block will run with the try block. If try block will be run, then else block will be run. If not, then else block will also be not executed. Let me show you. I'm just here printing no exceptions occurred. Okay, I'm just printing here no exceptions occurred. That means it will go to try block, and after try block execution there will be no exceptions, then it will print no exceptions occurred. Okay, let me show you. Okay, no exceptions occurred, congrats exceptions handled. It will print like this. Okay, now let me show you what are the exceptions which can occur in Python. You can see on the screen all the exceptions in the Python are flashing out. Let me show you how can we handle this value error. Let me try block here. I have try block, and I'm just passing here print int of a. Okay, I'm just printing print of int of a, and under except let me firstly show you what is this exceptions, and accept exception as e print e. Okay, that's it. and let me run this. It is showing out invalid literal for int with base 10a. That means a is a character and it cannot be changed to int. So how can we see that exact error? I will just remove all the try blocks and except blocks here and only print this thing. Then it will show here value error. As you can see, it is showing out here value error. So I will handle this value error with our codes. Let me undo these things, and here let me handle this value error. So I will just type here value error and accept value error. That means if value error will be occurred, then it will print like this: value is wrong. Okay, now let me run this again, and you are seeing that it is printing value is now. And after those we can add here else block or anything. Suppose I am just printing here else block, and after else block I'm just going to print here hello, sorry, it will be in quotes, uh, hello, and after hello it's just printing 10. Okay, you can multiply it by 10. Let me print hello into 10. Okay, so if try block will be run, then it will print hello 10 times, but if except block is here, so it is not printing hello. Now let me go to finally block. Let me create also a finally block, and under finally block we can print exceptions handled. Okay, now let me show you how can you raise any exceptions. Okay, these exceptions are the pre-built exceptions which can occur when any problem will be occurred here according to that exception, but we can raise the exceptions by our own. Under try block I am going to print that thing, print a. Okay, I'm just going to print a, and a is not here, so I will here give any conditions. Suppose I'm not just printing here but getting the input for a. Okay, a is int of input here, and let me print here under the input enter integer. Okay, I'm showing some message here for enter integer, and now I'm just checking here that if a is less than 0, okay, that means a is negative, and I'm just going to throw an exceptions here. So I will use here raise. Raise clause is used for raising an exceptions. So I will just raise a exception here, and I'm just raising here value error. Okay, value error. Okay, raise value error. And under value error we can pass the message. What will be the message under value error? So I'm just passing here that it is negative number. Okay, I'm just throwing it is negative error. Now it will raise an exception. Okay, if I will type here negative number, then it will raise an exception. So we can handle that exception. So for this I will go to accept block, and under accept block I will just type value error. Okay, and under value error I will print here anything or do anything. So I will just print here type again a positive number. Okay, I'm just doing anything here, and now let me run this. Now as you can see, it is popping out here that enter integer. Now let me type here -10. Okay, and hitting enter, then it will show here that type again a positive number. Okay, that means it is handling the value error. Okay, that's it. And let me run this again and type here a positive number, so it will do nothing. Okay, it will do nothing because we are doing nothing with the right thing. But if it will be negative, then it will throw value error, and under value error I'm just handling the value error. So we can handle like this. Now let me show you how can you throw any your build exceptions. Okay, you can make any exceptions by your own, and then you can throw those exceptions. Okay, so for those I'm just removing all the things. We can make a class here, and under class I will make any exception. Suppose I am just making an exception with just like my exception, my exceptions, and we will inherit my class with exception class. Okay, many pre-built exception classes are also inherited by exception class, and under this I'll just pass. I will do nothing. Now let me make my program here try, and I'm just trying to print what print hello. Okay, and after hello I'm doing here while true a equals input, and here type anything, and here let me match anything here. Suppose I'm just matching here that if a equals x, then break the loop, and if a is equal to a, if I will type a here, then I will just raise my exception, and I will call here my exception, and under my exception I'm just typing here this is my exception occurring. Okay, and now we can handle that exceptions after try block. So I will just go to accept block, and here I will call my exception. Okay, and under my exception I will just print here print congrats, we made our on exception. Okay, that's it. We are doing like this thing. Let me run this. Now you can see it is showing out name error while true. I have mistake here. It will be true here. Okay, now done. Let me print again, and it is showing out hello. Type anything. So let me type anything here. Let me type X. So it will halt the program and program ended. Now let me run again, and let me type here hello. So it is printing. Type again hello, type again. Now let me type here A, that will throw my exception. So it is showing out congrats, we made our on exception. So we can make our exceptions like this. You can make many exceptions under a file and include that exceptions in your program, because we can have a large program in our code and that can have many exceptions. So you can make your exceptions by your own and add those exceptions in a separate file called exception.py or error.py and handle the exceptions like this. So that's done. We have seen how can we make exceptions by our own, how can we handle the exceptions, all the blocks of exceptions like try, except, else, or finally. If you will have any doubt with the exceptions which you are getting and how can you solve, then you can ask me through the comment box, or also go to our AI system called Mana on our Facebook page or Telegram, and you can ask him also. I hope you have liked this video. If you have liked, then hit on like button, and if you are new to this channel, then please subscribe so that new updates will come to you as well. Thanks for watching.